Hello everybody, welcome back to another Locals commentary video. This time, even though it may be a little bit of deja vu, we have Imperial versus Numemon, but this time I am the person piloting the Imperial list. This is round 4, so this is our final round of our Locals, and both of us are undefeated. Thank you again to Grandmaster Games for allowing me to record. If you guys are in the Indianapolis area and need to pick up some cool Digimon cardboard and want to support a local shop, consider hitting up Grandmaster. They usually have every single that you need, and if they don't, at least you tried. You can always hit them up on Facebook to ask if they have anything and then pick it up in store. But with that being said, let's go ahead and start recording. Let's start the video. So we're going to go Demi V. I'm starting us off. Demi V into Worm, and then Davis on play. I can only pick up a blue, but I think I really needed that XV, so I go ahead and pick it up. We're going to see our Numemon player hatch, Digivolve into Uko, play a Louie, promote. I go ahead and just move the memory down 1 because I know it's coming. We're going to Digivolve into a Chikurumon, and then we can kind of see our opponent's hand. They have Platinum, they have Monze, they have Monze X, they have Nume X, and they have Death X. I mean, that's a lot of X's in there, and that's just a lot of good stuff. And then because I set them to 4 and they gained enough back, we're going to see Nume into Monze. We're going to see Nume X into Monze. We're going to see me play out the... Oh man, this video is going a lot faster than I remember putting it at. So we're going to go ahead and see me go into a very early Pyeel stack. I don't have the tamer, so I can't strip any sources, but we are going to see the stripping. We're going to see gaining 2 memories. So even though I choked to 1, we are back up to 3. And we see that Monze X with a Numemon in hand, which just means that our opponent's able to kind of just do whatever they wanted anyway, right? And I'm unable to gain memory now with the introduction of the Chumon. So we're going to see play out a Numemon, and we're going to Digivolve. We're going to draw off of the Sunomon, and then we're going to go effect. We're going to play Garymon, discard, draw 2. I'm going to elect, obviously, here to partition, because I got into my partition stack. Setting to 1, I was like, you know, this feels like a really solid play, just being able to kind of choke what I need to. We're going to see a promo Uko in the back. I look a bit deflated here. I'm still having fun, and yet I'm sometimes whenever it's your opponent's this is my opponent's first turn. I set them to 4 and they're able to have 5 bodies out. It's a little bit demoralizing, but regardless of that, our opponent's our Numemon player here is kind of thinking what they want to do. We're going to see them Digivolve into another Monzemon, and then we're going to give Sec -1 and -3k to be XV. Don't think it really matters if I do anything with either of these guys. I'm just going to DNA. So we're going to go Digivolve into a Garymon, draw a card, Digivolve into XV for 2, drawing a card, and then I don't hit I do not hit the thing that I need, and then we're gonna swing with the Stingmon, and then because I forget that the Monze has blocker inherit, I'm gonna play a Davis and Ken. I lose the -3 and Sec -1, and then my opponent goes ahead and moves everything over, promotes his Ukomon. We'll gain 3 total memory between the Ukomon's effects and the Louie, and then yeah, I mean, it's a bit odd here. There was nothing I could have done. I got into a Imperialdramon stack turn 2, which is what you want to be doing with the deck, but I was just 1 memory shy, right? And our opponent plays a Garymon, kills with Monze X. Our opponent has 6 Digimon that can attack, 1 of which has Sec -1. Our opponent's flipping the card that cannot attack upside down. And we see that Venusmon, which also would be a huge threat if it came up, but we're going to see a Protoform into a Monze just to guarantee to have that protection, which I don't hate. Play out a Garymon, sure, whatever. Our opponent's just kind of doing whatever they need to. We're going to see stacking over on the other side, just trying to make sure that with that we do have 2 guarantee checks that we can do. We're going to see a Satsuki put underneath the one that floats, which I don't particularly agree with. I think that one would be the one that we would want to die, and then the other one that can't float we will swing twice with. We'll swing once with the Chikurumon, and then we'll go ahead and go to game 2. That was just so unbelievably fast. I mean, not unbelievably. This is kind of what Numemon does, and it's part of the reason that it's probably the best deck in the format. Only second possibly to Ancient Garurumon, but depending on how the format shakes out with BT17. But we see a reveal of everything in the security, and it's just like, yeah, it's a very scary looking security and very sad for the Numemon player, but as an Imperial player, I'm like, oh, that looks great. You know, it's just 5 Digimon. I don't have to worry about the DP of. And we see our opponent. I was just like, yeah, there's only so much I can do against Ukomon, Lilymon, or Louie into another promo Ukomon in the back. There's only so much that you can do in that sort of board state. It just lets you kind of curve out your hand exactly how you need. I'm going to elect to go first again. I look at my hand. It looks playable. Maybe in hindsight you could get a little bit greedier here. I go ahead and hatch. Trying to find a hand that would be like better, but like this hand could be worse, and I don't want it to be worse. We're gonna go Vmon. We're gonna reveal. We're gonna grab a Vmon, another Vmon, and a Davis because I already have the 4s that I need. And we're gonna see another Digivolve Uko on top of Suna. We're going to play the Louis, and again, like we saw last game, we're just going to see in immediate value being able to push out exactly what we need. And our opponent rips into another Louis. You see me chuckling on that side. We're going to see the Uko reveal 3 cards. We're trying to figure out what we're going to grab. I would not be surprised to see any of these cards, but we're probably going to see the Plat. Yep, the Plat. Our opponent's hand, thankfully for us, though, is a little bit worse this game. So even though they're able to put out all of this immediate value, their hand is worse. The problem is I'm not seeing a level 5. So we see it's my turn. I draw. I go ahead and swing with the Vmon to get some chip in. And I play out a Setter Davis just to get something. Our opponent goes at a Chikurimon. The Louis are unsuspended. Not that it matters at this current time. But it could matter going into my next turns, which is why I went ahead and put him up. Our opponent choking us to 1 really means that I didn't have much to do. I played out the Davis because it's the best chance I could do to find my level 5. Because if I had a level 5 there, no, I don't have the ability to go into it. So our opponent plays a Garymon, discarding Plat, not for any sort of effect, but just to put the Plat in the trash for later. I draw, still no level 5. We go ahead, and I'm trying to debate exactly what I want to do here. We go into XV for 2, rip a card, still no level 5. I go ahead and play out a Searcher, reveal top 3, still no level 5. Those level 5s supposed to be running my security or something, and like, it's one of those things, like, if I saw a level 5 here, I think I'm in a much better situation because I'm able to walk through these Ukomons before my opponent's able to play out the Garymon and go into Monze, so it's a lot easier for me to do what I need. But not seeing a level 5 is pretty tough, I will say. I didn't see what my opponent grabbed. They grabbed the Platinum from that, which, sure, I don't think it really matters at this point. We're going to Digivolve into a Ukomon in the back for 1. And then they redid that because they're like, well, I probably want to actually play out this Chikurimon in my hand because they know that I can gain memory, and they know that that is my way back into this game. So they're going to go ahead and Digivolve into a Nume-X for 2 on top of the Chikurimon. I go ahead and remind them to draw 2 cards off of their Suno Inherits because at this point, I'm just like, well, I want to make sure that my opponent remembers all of their actions. So it's a little bit... so I can really get owned in style. So we're going to see the Monze X, play out the RB1 Nume, give my guy -8, and then we're going to see some swinging possibly. Seeing some swinging here could be dangerous for my opponent because they could hit the Davis Kennen security. It's almost incentivized for them to see because they have the ability to do like 5-ish checks here. It's probably for the best that they do. First Ukomon dies, promo Uko dies, the non-promo Uko, BT60 Uko lives. We're gonna see, hey, my rookie my level 5 I needed. So seeing that level 5 there, it doesn't feel as bad because it's 3 cards deep, but on the other side of the coin too, right? I'm like, oh, okay, well that's what I didn't need, but my opponent is stopped from lethaling me, but I also am dead on board. So we're seeing me look at my hand. I promote out, try to figure out which card I want to go into. We go into the promo Vmon here. Just to try and get as much card draw as I need because I don't have another Searcher. I don't have another way to do things. I Digivolve into the Stigmon with the Vmon to try and choke to 1 as efficiently as I can, just because I really need to... I'm hoping to rip a level 5 off the top. If I rip a level 5 off the top, you know, I'm doing better, but I'm still not in an amazing situation. Though I do have the Stingmon that draws me cards, so I wouldn't have actually had to have worried about the... Valk Ace that we know is in our opponent's hand. So Monze X is going to play out a Garymon. Garymon on play, discard, draw 2. We're trying to figure out what we're going to kill. We're going to kill the XV stack. It doesn't largely matter. I think that the game is just over at this point. I only have 2 cards left in security. I would assume that we're going to Digivolve into a Plat, swing with Plat, and then it's just 2 security, and then I just scoop. Yeah, pretty quick. I think that in real time that was over 15 minutes. We played a couple more games afterwards, and I just couldn't find my footing. In each of our friendly games, my opponent opened Uko Louis again, and I was just like, well, I don't know how much I can learn other than just don't have my opponent open Louis Uko. But in any case, if you liked the video, make sure you comment and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, make sure you comment and tell me why I suck. And I will be, next time I bring you guys videos, we should be bringing out some BT17 locals footage, hopefully, and hopefully not 720p, as long as I remember to, as long as my footage doesn't corrupt, because my laptop's really trying to suggest that I do 1080p recording, but I'm ignoring, or 720p recording, but I'm going to ignore it and see how bad it ends up. So in any case, until I see you guys next time, take it easy.